Welcome to day 69 of the Seeker's Guide to Soul Contact. The theme for today is on the two minds. Most of our attention so far has been on the problems of distortion created by the emotional self. It was important to begin our lessons of correction on this lower desire feeling nature because of its potency in our lives. This must be brought under control so the truth will not be obscured if the seeker is to establish reliable soul contact. The feeling nature is not the only barrier to contact for the seeker. In addition to his emotional self-creating problems, his mind adds additional challenges. Just as you have higher and lower feelings, you also have a higher and lower mind. The lower mind is closely linked to the physical brain and works like a great computer. It processes unfathomable amounts of information, and according to what has been placed in it, it will provide answers accordingly. It gives answers that are quite black and white according to how it is programmed. The higher part of your mind is linked to your soul and survives you at death. This mind is a living essence that has access to all knowledge and wisdom. One could say it has access to a great spiritual internet. Whereas the lower mind is like a great machine that calculates, the higher mind is not confined to a box and is capable of wisdom and understanding. It works very closely with the higher feeling nature, which is uh, controlled by love. Whereas the lower mind is often in conflict with the lower and higher, with both lower and higher feelings. The higher mind's union with the higher feeling nature gives them shared qualities that far exceed their lower reflections, wherein strong duality resides. In the kingdom of the soul, the mind understands empathy, love, and union, whereas the higher feeling nature merges with mind and shares in understanding, knowledge, and wisdom. Together, they represent light and love that create the third quality of a loving light. Overall, the lower mind and feeling nature led us to many errors that create barriers to soul contact. On the other hand, the higher mind and feelings unravel all distortion of the material world and reveal the true reality behind all things. As we have noted, the lower emotional self causes problems by distortion through wrongly focused desire. How then does the lower mind lead us astray? It accomplishes this with illusion. It takes the information it has, and from this will often draw wrong conclusions. It makes many errors because incorrect data has been fed into the computer mind. Just as when one feeds wrong information into a computer program, one will receive wrong answers. This also happens when depending on the lower mind. Let us say, for example, that Bill was taught as a child that he was born in sin and humans are inherently evil. Jean, on the other hand, was taught that we are innocent at birth and humans are inherently good. Because of this difference in unquestioned programming, the two will come to divergent opinions on a number of items throughout their lives. But if they can contact their higher self and access the higher mind, the illusions created by their programming can be dispelled and their thinking corrected. Your assignment today is to reflect again on your life and attempt to discern programming in your lower mind that has controlled you. This programming may control your current religious or political beliefs. It may have influenced you to choose a certain career, interests, friends, or even a mate. Ask yourself, how much of your life has been determined by programming that you just went along with rather than really understanding it and using your free will? Next, ascertain how much of your programming you may have altered and the illusions that you may have escaped. Then ask, what is the main illusion that controls me now? This takes a little skill and contemplation to find. End with this affirmation. I desire to discover my higher mind so that I may be free. Remember to review this several times and say the affirmation to yourself several times a day, and we will see you tomorrow.